All right, we've heard from Jim. Why do we need to do this? We've heard from Andrew how we're going to do it. There's another how we're going to do it. Some of you obviously have listened all day to 603 Alliance. There is a sister organization called the Conservative Business League of New Hampshire, LLC. We call it CBL New Hampshire for short. And I like to compare it as a carrot and a stick, that the carrot is CBL and the stick is the 603 Alliance. The carrot is that we have a set of principles on constitutional and conservative viewpoints, and we are ranking the candidates. We have a committee that is doing that. And those candidates that fit the criteria of our organization, we then will support in hosting events for them, helping them with their events. And we're not looking to take these great conservative candidates out to the usual GOP chicken dinner circuit. They talk to those people enough. What we're looking to do is talk to you and your neighbors, the people who have been disenfranchised with voting. They're fed up with the establishment. They're fed up with the GOP candidates that have been crammed down their throats that they really don't feel any ownership with. We're reaching out to the Free Staters, to the Libertarians, to the undeclared voters, to the Tea Party activists, those people who are just so worried about the future of our country, not about the future of our party and staying in charge, but because we realize that it's over if we don't take this country back and get the right leadership. So what CBL is going to be asking from you is when you get an email from us saying, hey, we're hosting a great event for candidate Walker or Paul or Cruz, we're going to be asking you to come to these events and hear these candidates. We're going to ask you if you have a small business or if you belong to an organization to say, hey, we'd like to host one of these candidates so we can get them out there, because part of the solution is having people being more likely to support a conservative candidate than supporting the establishment's candidate, that they're going to say this is the only one who can win. You don't need to listen to anybody else. Just trust us. We know best. We know best. So we need to fight that. So when you get an email, please engage. Ask your friends to come to these events. The CBL is an LLC. That means we're a business, and any money that comes to us is our business, not the state's business, not reporting on any campaign site. And I'll be honest, we probably will be the primary funder of the 603 Alliance, which will be a political entity and have to report everything they do. So you from time to time will be asked to be generous with your time, talent, and treasure. This event, we wanted as many people to come as we could. We subsidize it heavily. I can tell you that a continental breakfast and lunch cost a lot more than $12 and $15. So we're going to be looking for donations from businesses, from individuals, grants from organizations, things like that, so that we can survive. So that's the pitch for money. But the biggest pitch is we need engagement. And I don't want to go too much into what Jack Kimball's going to be talking about next, but we need you to engage. We need you to make a commitment, a real commitment, not just, yeah, I'll go vote, to talk to your neighbors, to start talking issues, to start writing letters to the editors, to start questioning candidates where they are on issues. Don't let them skate. I sat here for the last 2 days and listened to all the presidential candidates, and there were some good, tough questions asked. And there were some good dodging going on. I thought I was at a volleyball match. I mean, especially Common Core. Jeb Bush, I'm not quite sure what he said about Common Core, but he sounded good. So anyway, realize that there's two entities, the CBLNH and 603 Alliance. We ask you to pray for us. We ask you to support us. We ask you to come out to our events. And I think that's probably the only message that I need to be sending out, because time is short. They have an event here. We're supposed to be out of here by 3 o'clock. So I'm going to turn it over to Jack Kimball.
Croc TV.